Yeah, so obviously, like as I said, like probably like many that they will watch this podcast, they will know like who BlobArena is. But basically, like it's a mobile first PvP and PvE game where you can add where you can play with like blobbers and fight. So the thing that like you've seen so far, and you will see today as well, we will showcase like the PvP, which is basically like a fight one versus another. But then something that like we really wanted to build from the very beginning was like this arcade feeling, this old school like feeling like, you know, Street Fighter or like Tekken, where you just like you got your own blobber, and then you have to basically progress and climb the leaderboard through like 10 different stages that are like increasingly more difficult. So yeah, something that like I wanted to share like today is like basically this, as I said, like we gave like the opportunity for people to sign up for pre-registration, and people that they signed up for like pre-registration, we will give them access to the arcade mode for first. And then also the way how we're designing the game is like that the game will basically give you the chance to play the arcade mode for free only twice a day, or at least like it will give you like two free tokens a day. So imagine like you go to your local arcade, you got a coin and you put it like in the arcade machine. So we give you like 2 free arcade tokens a day, but then basically like if you want to play more, then you will have to pay either like Lords or like in any other currencies. But then if you're like signing up early, then you will be basically getting like an extra reward, and you will getting like some extra arcade tokens to basically like a jump start your adventure. And the thing is like what we decided to build is that in the classic like arcade games, obviously like you compete to be in the leaderboard, but like the difference is like you only see the score and that's it, right? So okay, you want to be the first one to be in on top of the leaderboard, but there's really like not incentives apart from being up there. So what we're doing is actually like we're creating like this arcade point system and leaderboard and rewards, where like every week and every season we will give like some rewards to those people that are like at the top of the leaderboard. So basically like the better you are, the more like you will get. Yeah, so it's not like a play to earn, but like it's more like if you're good with it and you're like better than the other, then you will get money. And it's similar like to something that we've seen previously in the ecosystem, such as Loot Survivor, where like only the best people, they were getting like paid from the others. So obviously like I'm not gonna spoil like as much, but there will be like a lot of like random things, Easter eggs, something like that you're familiar with, and different stages, different background, different blobbers, bosses, mini bosses, and so on. So we're like kind of like making sure that this is like packed with fun and yeah, just obviously like rewards. Also something that like we're doing as well, that we haven't announced yet, actually like probably today is the first time, we're basically like announcing like leagues. So we decided to rebrand tournaments into leagues. So basically like we're gonna have like competition where people like group together, they can group, like we're gonna white label this. So if anyone wants to come, you know, you're a project that wants to like create your own tournament, come and get in touch with us, and we're happy like to get a league on your own. But basically like this is something also that we've decided to create for Armored MMA, because like one of our plans for getting basically like for distributing this game is actually to onboarding like those fighters that are part of like, this partnership that we arranged. So I'm just gonna cover like a bit of like the Armored MMA opportunity and why I think like this is big. So we've had like the absolute pleasure, and we're really grateful to have signed a contract with Armored MMA, and this contract extends for the entire like of 2025. And this means that like we got a licensing agreement with Armored MMA for having like their fighters basically globified into our games. And through this, like not only we will have like them, but we will also have like their support as distributing our game as their own. So what we're doing is not just like distributing their game to the live events or like on-site events, which they are going to be like across the USA over the year for like, I think like we're going to be attending at least like 20 of them, not in person, but like we're going to attend like a couple of them.
You're going to have presence at the
Yeah. We will have presence, like we will have like branded things and like so on. But what we're really like bullish on is basically like how we are going to onboard academies. So imagine that like the fighters that they are going to be part of the game, they're also like representing academies all around the globe. And basically like what we're doing is we are onboarding we're onboarding like these fighters that they fight like in these live events as testimonials, but then to bring like young people and also not young people into the game. And basically like you know, these people obviously like they fight in a ring and they've got like this will of fighting against each other, but basically like we're giving them a ground where they can fight and settle the rivalry in a friendly way. and this is like obviously like through fighting on BlobArena, obviously like providing them with the fighters that they obviously like that they admire to, and also like we are actually giving them the chance. These are part of like the special rewards that we're giving like to Academies and League, that they could be basically like turned into actual characters if they end up winning one of the season. And basically like the way how the game is actually going to make money is that we're gonna create like, well, we've got like an arcade and ranked mode. We're gonna make sure that we're gonna have like we're gonna create NFTs. This is gonna be obviously like down the line, probably at the end of the year, where you can basically finish the arcade and develop like your character. And also we will have like limited NFT drops, and obviously like a different sponsorship that doesn't limit to Armored MMA, but as I said, anyone that wants to come along and partner with us is welcome. And yeah, so the roadmap, obviously like, so we opened like a public testing round in November when we first launched the game, and we were live in Bangkok during DEF CON, and that's when people first like saw BlobArena live. And then just recently like obviously like we had the time to focus on the game, make it like better, more stable, focus like on UX, actually like focus on the business behind it, like the gamification of it, and actually making it fun. So now we decided to open like a pre-registration, and then the soft launch is going to be on the 26th of April, which is going to be the same day as the first on-site event that we're going to be at with Armored MMA. And then we're going to take like the next month or two to test the game plenty, and then we're going to have like a full mainnet deployment on June 7th, which is when we are going to be attending a live event like at a big stadium with like at least like 10,000 people. So we will be there like showing BlobArena, and obviously like mingling with like the actual fighters that are in the game. And